good morning, namaste. This is Saili Kaikar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, friends, I want to talk about a topic that I'm calling as intelligence divides and love unites. What I mean by this is, all throughout our lives, we have been trained to use our intelligence, to use our thinking, analytical minds to study everything that we have around us, including ourselves. And we have been doing this wonderfully, right from childhood, in schools, in colleges, in all academic researches and institutions, and in our jobs. We have been researching and analyzing every single thing in this world. And when we use our intelligence, what we tend to do is we take an object or take a phenomena, take an experience, and then we divide it into multiple categories or multiple components. We then study each of these components, find out their characteristics, divide them even further. I mean, look at how we have come to the atoms, neutrons, the protons, because we have been dividing everything to understand what the truth of the matter is. This is what science does. We use our sharp intellect to divide everything that we see, and then we think that once we see the smallest component of that object, we will know the object in its entirety. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I think that this is a fallacy where we feel that the object is the sum of its components. It is never a sum of components. The experience that we feel for any object, any person, or any situation is much, much more than the sum of its physical components. Let's put it that way. And that is where we never really get to the truth. Whereas, for example, I'm just looking at a rose, okay? The moment I see a rose, I feel the beauty of the rose, the essence of the rose, the smell, the aroma, the sight, everything creates a beautiful experience in my heart, in my mind. I can feel the presence, living presence of that plant, of that rose as well, which is not quite definable through our analytical mind. Now, if I try to study the petals of that rose, the central part of the rose, or the stems of the rose, leaves of the rose, it will still not create the same experience that I get when I just look at the rose, be with the rose, and feel its presence. And that is why, my dear friends, when we are trying to find the truth of this universe or truth of ourselves, if we try to divide everything with our intellects, it is not going to work. Look at what we have created in the world with our intellect. Every time we have divided, we have also divided human beings from each other. We have created judgments, categories, races, countries, languages, polarities. I mean, the diversity is beautiful. We can have the diversity. But our intellect tells us that this is different from this. And when we say that something is separate from us, we cannot feel the unity, my dear friends. We cannot feel the wholeness that is inherently present in everything in this world. If I say that I am different than you, will I ever feel completely connected with all of you? No, because I am creating these categorizations in my head. And that is why I say that intellect divides us all. Look at the wars that we are waging in this world. Look at all the chaos and the turmoil that is going on in this world right now. It is because of the use of too much intelligence and too less unconditional love. The unconditional love part of ourselves unites us all. It is the feeling of mutual connection with each other and everything else in our surroundings. It is the feeling that we get when we see beautiful trees, beautiful skies, lakes, mountains, and we just feel connected. There is no judgment, there is no analysis. We're just there. Why do we like nature so much? Because inherently we don't have judgment against nature. We don't judge a particular tree more, that this tree is very ugly and this tree is beautiful. We just accept it. Now, why can't we do that with people around us, with things around us? With people, we have learned to create judgments. We have learned to analyze them. We have learned to find out what is good and what is bad. And that is what is dividing us all. The way we have sharpened our intelligence, I think it is our time to not sharpen but blossom our love. It is time to open the doors of our heart to everyone and everything around us. It may sound really cliche and really vague as to how do we really do it, but we all know it inherently how to do it. Don't we love our children, our parents, our families? Do we have any boundaries there? And even if we do, haven't we learned how to go beyond them? That is exactly how we unite with our unconditional love. That is exactly when we know that the time for intelligence has gone down and the time for love has come up. So, my dear friends, it is my sincere request that I feel it is our time to start raising the love in our hearts, because that is the uniting factor in all of us, which will make us feel not just connected to each other, but make us feel whole and united within our own hearts. The moment we judge each other, we are separating ourselves from ourselves. We are creating multiple divisions inside our own consciousness, which creates the illusion of separation, which is the root cause of all of our sufferings. So, if you really want to eradicate your own suffering, it is time to give little rest to your intelligent mind, time to tell it that you can, relax for a bit and let your unconditional love flow. The moment your love starts flowing, the fear reduces, insecurities reduce, and you are able to create phenomenal transformational changes in the world. So give it a go, my dear friends. I hope you find those miraculous experiences in your life when you start flowing in your love, and which connects us and brings us together to our true self. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.